What's up, guys? This is Noma996, and today I'm going to give you guys a deck profile of Gustos. This has been one of my favorite archetypes for a long time, and probably one of my favorite synchro archetypes just because it's so much fun and what synchro plays can pull off. So yeah, we start off with 3 of the Piccola, Descendant of Gusto. This is probably the most important card of the deck, and it's fairly recent, which is really cool. And what it can do is basically when it's normal summoned or special, then you can bring back a wind tuner monster from your graveyard, special summon it, effects negated, most of them activate in the graveyard anyway. And if you activate this effect, cannot special summon monsters except wind. So most likely you're going to go into a Gusto monster. So if you bring back this, you can go into the Spheres, or if you bring back this, because surprisingly, we don't run that many tuners, but in this deck, you don't really need to because they're recyclable. You go into this, you can bring back that. If you go bring back the Falco, you can summon that. And you can just do all kinds of cool synchro plays. Then we play 3 of the Guldo. Guldo has an effect where it's sent from the field to the graveyard, so by any means, by synchro summoning, by destruction, by, all that. You can special summon a level 2 or lower Gusto monster from your deck. So it doesn't so there's not really any large specifications because we play a lot of level 2s. Then we play 3 of the Gusto Eagle. I don't know why I said foul there. Eagle. Basically, when this card is destroyed by battle instead of the graveyard, special summon 1 level 4 or lower non-tuner Gusto monster from your deck. Which this card is interesting because you would think, oh, destroyed by battle, that's not very good, but that's why we play Creature Swap, and I'll explain why I play that in a minute. Then we play 3 of the Cam Security Gusto, mainly because it has a 1700 attack strength, which is the strongest of the Gusto lineup that we can, normal some of these, but also has a really good effect, whereas you can shuffle 2 Gusto monsters from your graveyard into the main deck and draw 1 card once per turn. So, a decent effect. Then we play 2 of the Winda, Priestess of Gusto, and we only play 2 just because 3 kind of takes up space in the deck, and it has an effect where it just cards is destroyed by battle. And my opponent's attacking a monster, so you can't attack into it, which really kind of sucks. But you can special summon 1 Gusto tuner from your deck, so any of the tuners are accessible. Then we play 2 of the Kamui, Hope of Gusto, and when this card is flipped, you can special summon 1 Gusto tuner monster from your deck. But most likely, she's going to be used as synchro fodder. Then we play 1 Gusto Falco. Basically, when this face-up card in the field is sent to the graveyard except by battle. So basically synchro summoning. Then you could special summon 1 Gusto monster from your deck and face down defense, which is mainly what we're going to use to get this out, which is Ree's Whirlwind of Gusto. It has an interesting effect. Once per turn, you can return 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck to target 1 monster your opponent controls and 1 face-up Gusto monster you control, which to control both targets. So it's kind of like an out in case you don't have Creature Swap, because I only play 2 because I feel like 2 is really all you need. But yeah, interesting one, 19 beater, good to go into Spheres or some other big synchro play you're planning. Then we play 3 Contact of Gusto. This is a really good card. Basically, you target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and 1 card your opponent controls, shuffle them into the deck, and then destroy the monster. So, really interesting card, really good for recycling the Gustos because that's the main point of the deck. 2 Emergency Teleport. I only put it to 2 because we're not playing that many Psychic types. In fact, I think we're not. In fact, the only Psychic type I think we're playing is they're the non-tuner one. So the only one we could actually bring out that would be useful is Piccola, and I really don't want to use it. I really want to try to not use that as much as possible, just because again, Emergency Teleport takes up space in the deck for what I want to do. Then we play 2 of the Creature Swap. This is to get off mainly Eagle's effect, but it can also be used for Guldo's effect. Basically, you would summon this, basically you would summon your big monster if you have another Eagle out or Guldo. You would use Creature Swap, switch it out, attack into this, and you would still get its effect, either to special summon a level 2 or add a tuner or something like that. So it kind of really just helps you out in a lot of ways. Next we play 2 of the Mass Chain Second. Why I tech this in here is because it works along with Guldo's effect. Since he's a wind, and we can use this, we can discard, and then blast, special summon Divine Wind, and get off his effect. So yeah, really good. I really like this tech choice. 2 Power Duality, 2 Misties, 1 Raigeki, and 1 Soul Charge. Pretty basic. 3-dimensional Prison for the traps. 2 Blessing for Gusto. I decided to go with this trap guard. Excuse me. I decided to go with this trap card because it has a really nice effect. Target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard, put plus a 3rd Gusto in your graveyard. Shuffle the first 2 targets and special summon the 3rd. So you're basically not only getting back your Gustos into the deck, but you're also getting a free Gusto. So I mean, come on. Then we have 1 Bottomless and 1 Torrential. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, for fusions, we play 2 Masked Hero Divine Wind. This card actually has a really good effect, but in Heroes, it's really... I don't want to say it's hard to bring it out, but it's a little bit of a challenge, because if you all remember from my Hero deck profile, I play Avion. I'm probably the only one who plays Avion, to be honest, because I really like Divine Wind that much, because it has a really good effect. If you don't know what that effect is, basically, your opponent can only attack with only 1 monster during each battle phase, so basically it's Dark Door in form of a monster, which is really cool. And this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Again, really cool. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster and sends it to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. So, I mean, come on. That's just awesome. It was hard to bring out in Heroes, though, because, of course, we don't have Stratos yet. Damn you, Konami. And, so yeah, in Heroes, it's really hard to bring out, but in Gustos, it's very easy, because you're not only do you have access to win monsters, but if you use, any of the tuners, specifically Goldo, you're getting an automatic plus. Or even, you could use Falco, because his effect activates when it's sent to the graveyard, other by being destroyed by battle. So, I mean, really nice, addition, I think. For Synchros, we play 3 of the Daigusto Guldos. This is the best of the Gustos, Gusto Synchros. Because basically, you can shuffle 2 monsters into your graveyard, then target 1 from my side, destroy that target. So basically, it's this in the form of a monster, and it's once per turn. So I mean, I really like that effect. So yeah, really good to run at 3. Next, we play 2 of the Daigusto Spheres. I think that's how you pronounce it. Spheres. Anyway. When this card is Synchro Summon, you can target 1 Gusto card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, so I mean, that's automatically good. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have with this card, so basically you could Future Swap this, or, well actually you wouldn't want to Future Swap. You could basically attack this into anything, so like Dark Matter, Cleaforts, any of the big fuckers. And then if this card cannot be destroyed by battle, so, I mean, the only way they could get rid of this is by using an effect that would send like a Casto or a 1/1 or all that. So then we play 2 of that Daigusto Eagles. This is a really nice card, because basically during your end phase you can banish 1 random monster from your graveyard, target 1 face down card your opponent controls, and destroy that target. It's okay effect. I mean, with Gustos you don't really want to banish, because it's all about getting it back into the deck and just reusing them. But it's nice that I can target back row. So, excuse me, and we got to get rid of those vanities and skill drains while we still have them at 3. Then we play 1 Daigusto Falcos. This one, basically, when this card is Synchro Summon, all Gusto monsters currently in the field gain 600, so automatically he's at 2,000, which is not bad for a level 4. I just don't think he's that good at any more than 1. So, decent card, but not more than 1. Psychic Nightmare. I don't know. Out of all the Psychic monsters, I guess this is probably one I like the most. One of the Psychic monsters is probably the one I like the most. Like, specifically to their archetype, or their type, because, Thought Real Archfiend is, splashable. It could be put in this, but I chose this just because I think it's a lot nicer. Basically, once per turn, you can pick 1 random card for your opponent controls, and call the type if it's a monster trap or spell. If you call it right, it gains 1,000, so it's automatically 34. So it's kind of a gamble, but still an interesting card, I think. 1 Armidas, Keeper at the Boundaries, because it's Armidas. 1 Goyo, because once it goes to 3, yeah, I'm not playing that shit at 3. Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon. This card's absolutely busted. I don't know why I sang there. Apologize for all your broken ears. Basically, if you don't know what this card does, I'll tell you. Basically, if it's special summon, if a level 5 or higher monster is special summon, so against my deck, it'd be. So if someone was playing this against my deck, they'd be the winner automatically. Basically, what this card does is you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. So, when this card special summon, immediately get that effect, And whenever your opponent summons a level 5 or higher monster. So, was it special summons? Yeah. So, this card is really good against dark matter, I guess, because, well, for right now, until the April 21st ban list, because really, because the Dragon Rules are going to be banned. So it's really good against that because it could just bring those Dragon Rules back to the hand, or any other monsters that might, they're going for a rank game, like, oh crap, Dark Matter, just put that shit back in the hand. So, yeah, very interesting card. And then, of course, one Black Rose, because Black Rose is Black Rose. It just doesn't give two fucks. So that is my Gusto deck profile. Please tell me what you guys think of it in the comments below. Like, dislike. The fact that you acknowledge my video, just... yay. That's all I can say. So I will be posting a duel video of this, guys. I know I promised that last time with my agent deck profile, but to be honest, I was not getting good duels with that. And not that I dueled badly in those duels, because, like I said, agents are a really good deck when used right. But I was getting really salty people, and really, I just don't want you to deal with that. Like, I didn't want to deal with that, so I don't feel like you guys should have to deal with that. So hopefully I get some good duels with Gustos. I have before, so we'll see. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. This has been Noah996, and I will see you later. Peace!